Everyone, my name is Oshun, also affectionately known as Mama Magical by some of you. I wanted to follow up on some things that I said in a previous video, simply because, I read the comments and I also get questions sent to me directly about some of the things I said, and people would like for me to kind of, elaborate a little more or expand or expound on it a little bit more, especially when I talked about protection and witchcraft, right? And spiritual development. As far as gifts, are we born with them? Do they develop? Can we choose them? So I want to start off by talking about witchcraft, right? And protection. That, guys, I get so many people that reach out to me regarding readings, and one of the popular inquiries is someone throwing at me? I feel like someone's throwing witchcraft at me. I know it was an ex or my mother-in-law, or, you know, just so many different scenarios, right? But the main concern is witchcraft. I want to tell you, witchcraft is going to be thrown at you almost every day. Witchcraft comes in so many forms, y'all. It could simply be the evil eye. It could be something as common as gossip. It could be something as common as thoughts, right? So when people don't like us, that's a form of witchcraft, because when people don't like you, more than likely they're not wishing the best for you, right? They're not happy about your accomplishments. They get upset, they're bothered, their soul is irritated when any good news pertaining to you comes across them, right? So that's witchcraft. So don't be psyched out, don't be too afraid, when things like that come up, because I want to tell you guys that there is no reading that I've ever had, for me, done on me, where witchcraft did not come up. It's always coming up for me, and I've mentioned that before in some of my previous videos. If I continue to worry about who didn't like me, who's doing magical work on me, I would not have a life worth living. My quality of life would be so poor, right? Because I'm constantly worried, I'm constantly paranoid, I'm constantly thinking of, who's after me now, who's doing something to me now. Oh no, I bumped my elbow. That must be witch sign of witchcraft. Oh no, I stubbed my toe. That might be, some sort of, hex on me. It's just not a good life to live, y'all. And I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something. The more you feed that energy, the stronger it will get. And ways that we feed so-called witchcraft towards us is by thinking of it, because we're giving it power. That's a way to aid and assist and feed someone's spell work towards you, by thinking about it. Simply by being worried, you are making it stronger. Like they said, where attention goes, energy flows. It's literally as simple as that. Don't think about it. Don't worry about it. And that leads me to say spiritual maintenance. We should be doing our spiritual maintenance anyway. What is spiritual maintenance? Keeping up on your spiritual baths, making sure that your spiritual protection work is up to par, even keeping certain things on us like talismans. A real popular, thing is that, evil eye bracelets. People like to wear the evil eye bracelets, and there's even ways to juice those up. you know so evil eye bracelets. And another thing a lot of people don't think about is spiritual protection of the home. Not just, cleansing yourself, but fortifying your home. In so many different ways you can do that, but generally you should be keeping your home clean, keeping your, corner clutter free. No dirty dishes, even clothes, piled up clothes, dirty clothes. Spirits like to hide in clothes. Some people would even put a sack of salt in their clothes, or while they're sitting in the hamper before they're washed, because once again, spirits like to, hide out in those type of places. And some people may put Florida water. That's very popular. A lot of people like to use Florida water. They might put a little bit of that, in their clothes when they're washing them. Fortifying your TVs. Your TVs are spiritual portals, right? It's so many ways you can do that. You can sprinkle a little salt, in front of your TV. You can place a broom in front of it. Even if placing a broom in front of your front door, above your door, which is to sweep away negative energy. So many things, especially if people are suffering from night terrors and they're being attacked by witches at night. So many things that you can do. Generally, general things, I mean, you can do. Now sometimes when people are coming towards me and it's really showing up that there's a lot of jinxes, or they may have cross conditions in their lives, then we would do investigating readings, right? Where is this witchcraft coming from? In what form is this witchcraft, being thrown at me? And then your spirits will give us the solution on how to specifically treat your case, treat your, if you're ailing, if you're sick, how we can resolve those things, something that your spirits will prescribe for you, uniquely for you and your situation. And then we'll get that approved and make sure, that's all you have to do for now. But that's, like I said, guys, that's when it's like really strong. You're getting sick, all kind of things. People are dying in your family, all types of things, but generally, you can protect yourself from those things by, once again, keeping up on that spiritual maintenance. Even at work, protecting the workspace, right? If you have witchcraft at work, you have a group of people, your coworkers, they have it out for you. They're always talking about you, trying to set you up, making sure you protect their workspace as well. It's things you can do in your workspace. But generally, you want to keep up with your spiritual maintenance. If you are doing that, it's not to say that these things won't touch you, but it might, take the hit for you, in such a way that it'll filter through that work. If it does get, penetrate you a little bit, and your work will kind of, take a little bit of that energy off. It might not hit you as hard, so to speak. Example, somebody threw something on you to make you real sick. Well, instead, you might have just had, a small little cold, or your car might not have started that. It could always be something much worse. So it's not to say that you won't experience these things, but once again, you can protect yourself in such a way that it doesn't hit you as hard, right? That's the idea behind that. So I say all that, guys, to say you're going to have witchcraft talk. You're going to have witchcraft coming towards you all the time, even if it's just by way of gossip and people talking about you. We can't make everybody like us. This is lessons we learn growing up. Everybody's not going to like you. You're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Don't pay attention to it. Don't worry about it. You do you. You be happy. It is wise to actually be your best when you know someone's throwing witchcraft at you, because when we're low, when we're sad, our energetic force field is weakened and is easily penetratable when we are in that state. So smile, be happy. In pictures, always smile, because people can use your pictures actually, to throw at you as well if you're looking sad. That's why when it cringes me when I see people go on the, internet and cry, and all those things. No, 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 no. Don't do that. You're setting yourself up for people to hurt you in that type of way. So I hope that makes sense, guys. And spiritual gifts. I had a question in my comments about that. Are we born with that? Are they passed down? Can they develop later on in life? Yes, yes, and more yes. All of that. We are born with spiritual gifts, of course, things that you do naturally, but that doesn't mean that they don't need to be cultivated. You should always find a mentor to help you, strengthen those gifts. You want to understand your gifts. You want to know how to work those gifts. That's important, so they won't be a danger to you or other people. Of course, our gifts can, some gifts come, they kind of like dormant, and then they come out later on in life, and you start to have different experiences. So absolutely, they can develop later on in life as well. So I just kind of, maybe we can talk about more in depth. We can speak more in depth about that, subject in another video. But absolutely, they can develop more in life. Something can happen to you traumatically, and you might also develop a gift that way. So it's, guys, it's all sorts of different, ways that our gifts can come to us. And of course, they are also passed down by your mother's lineage, your father's lineage, or both, like mine are. So I love you guys. I hope I cleared up some things for you guys and answered some questions. While we're here, definitely come to my ancestor class I'm having this Sunday. I think you would enjoy it. We had a good time last month, and I can teach you some things. So peace and blessings, everyone. Mama Magical love you. Ashe.